Hello, welcome to my flower shop. How are you? I'm good, thank you. So, you came here today for one or two flowers, for a bouquet? For a bouquet, okay. Is it a gift? Is it for you, for decoration? It's for a gift? That's so cute. For a gift for who, if I may ask? That's only for the purpose of the choice of the flowers and the colors and everything. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's for a celebration. Okay, for your girlfriend's graduation? That's adorable. That's really adorable. When is it? Tomorrow? Okay, you want to do a surprise, right? Fine. And are you aware of the concept of my flower shop or not? Because this is not just, I'm not just a florist. Yeah, exactly. So the main thing is I believe in a second hand of flowers, kind of. That's like a vintagey kind of shape. I don't know why, but whenever I go to a florist, they always obviously choose the best looking flowers, but they're always left over, and I feel really bad for them. It's probably the main thing for the same thing for, I don't know, fruits. The best looking one are gonna get chosen to get sold, but the ugliest one or the one that are not that fresh are just gonna get thrown away. Yeah, and I feel really bad for it, so I thought that I would just give a second hand and a second life to these flowers. So they might seem a little bit tired or not that fresh or not that opened or maybe way too much. Yes, but the main thing is, the main goal is to take care for them as long as you can, and after that you can dry them, for example. You can also use them as decoration. I can explain it to you beforehand. Yeah. Okay, so I always note down a couple of things and instruction that I always tell my clients beforehand so they know what they're buying and how to take care of them. Because the main thing is you do not buy my flowers just to throw them away because you did not expect them to turn in a certain way. You okay with that? Okay, well, the main goal is to explain to you how you can use my flowers. Yeah, so the first step is, I guess you will still want to still keep them alive as much as you can, right? As long as you can. Well, the most precious advice that I'm gonna tell you is to trim the stems. Yes, so you just cut them into a 45 degree, okay, it might be like a 2 or 3 centimeters, something like that. And afterward, you just throw them into water. And the main thing is that when you submerge them into a vase with water inside, you just remove the bubble of air that might prevent the flowers to get hydrated. That's the most important step. Yes, because as long as your flowers are gonna get water, the longer they're gonna live. But if you do have some bubble of air, they're not gonna live as much as they could. Kind of, yes, exactly. And another advice would be to remove the leaves. Mine have some leaves, but I usually just crop them and remove them away so you can at least, like, see, for example, this one, you just remove them one by one. I usually just remove it by hand or by scissors, something like that, exactly. And it makes them fresh and avoids them to just, well, yes, if you have way too many leaves, they're gonna just not be as much as hydrated as they could. Again, you should leave them as light as possible, right? Exactly. And well, that's for the main thing. I personally use them for another shape. I dry them mainly, yes. So have you ever seen dry flowers before, a bouquet or something like that? No? Well, it's really pretty. For roses mainly, because I usually just sell roses here. I don't know, it's the season right now, so I usually just turn them into dry flowers. The main tip for that is to just tie the flowers yes, with a rubber band or something like that, and they're gonna become as tight as possible. Yes, and after that just stir them upside down, so the flower here and all the stem just like that, and just keep them into a dry room, with no light, which is really important. No light inside, no, like nothing too humid. It has to be dry, it has to be dark. And if you do have like a ventilation or something like that, that would be better also. Yes, the more it is fresh, the best it is. Exactly. And well, after that you can put them in a vase or something like that, in a bottle, or pretty much anything. And the last advice that I would give you is you can use them to use them as pieces to decorate your books, for example. I do have a, where is it? I do have a model right here, an example that I always use. So you do have this flower, for instance, that just, fall from a bouquet. Yes, so it falls from a bouquet, and see, you have the little petals right here that just fall apart, but they're still really beautiful. I don't know, I just feel like the color is so pretty. See, the color is really pretty, and you can just remove them one by one, and after that just put them in a book and press them down, after obviously removing all the water inside. So you leave them there for a couple of time, and after that they just dry, and you can use them to just stick them, I don't know, in your sketchbook, or just as a decoration pretty much anywhere. Yes, flowers have so many different types of shapes and colors and textures, so I feel like you should not just give them one life. You can transform them. Yep, I am just removing them. This one looks like a heart, don't you think? Or maybe not. I don't know, I'm just so used to be surrounded by flowers that I try to give them as much lives as it can be. Isn't that so cute? See, and the more you get inside them, and the lighter the color is gonna be. If you compare, see, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this one is very much lighter than this one, and it's part of the same flower. Isn't that crazy? I feel like you need to admire a petal. Here, for example, you see just this is really whitish with a stem right here, and after that you just have all different types of color inside and outside too. Yes, I just like it that way. See, for instance, I just put them there, and after that you just press them inside a heavy book, and that's it. See, it really looks pretty just like that. Well, that's for the main use of it, and just my way of seeing flowers. Do you still agree to just buy a couple of ones to just try to put a bouquet? Yeah? So do you still agree to buy my flowers and just put them as a bouquet and offer them to your girlfriend? Yeah? Well, that's well done. So, do you know what type of color you want your rose to be? No. Do you know maybe the signification of them? No? Okay, I might introduce you to the flowers, and after that we might just discuss, yes, just the overall organization, okay? So let me see. I'm just gonna introduce you to the red ones. For instance, here, as you can see, they're really tired. You do have, for instance, this one, and this one, and this one. Those are just different type of flowers. Yeah, for instance, I would say this one is really pretty. See? If for instance you just press it under a book, it might be really beautiful just to put it as a decoration or something like that. Let me see another one that would be pretty. Maybe, I don't know, what do you see, what do you think? We can maybe choose together the flower that you would like to use in your bouquet. Maybe this one too. Yeah, hold on. They're also really fragile, so you really need to pick them carefully. Isn't that so pretty? You see, we usually just remove the bad petal and the main rose is as pretty as it can be. Like, let me show you. Okay, so let me show you just right here. You do have this bad petal, you just remove it. Just like that, you really need to be careful about it. Then we removed it, and the flower is as neat as possible. See? And same for the petal, I usually just advise you to cut them and just to remove them. Yes. Even though this one is really pretty, for instance, it's the perfect leaf, I still advise you to remove them. I might just keep one or two of them just to put your bouquet in place, but just in case. Okay, so do you want to put red flowers? What do you think? I'm gonna show you the other ones, and after that we can decide together. Okay, good. So let me just put them here. Okay, and after that, let me show you maybe the yellow one. Have you ever seen yellow roses? Those are my favorite. I really like yellow type of flowers. Maybe tulips also. Yeah, sunflowers. They're so vivid and so bright, and you don't see them often. See? Isn't that pretty? And they're perfectly neat. I just received them a couple of hours ago, I think. Maybe 3 or 4 hours ago. So the leaves, the bad ones, delicately and gently, and you just wanna just keep them as neat as possible, right? Which one you want me to show you? This one maybe? I can just do it for you. Is that it? Yes, it is. See? It is so pretty. I just feel like you have this crinkly leaf, and you just put it there, and just you remove this leaf. For the meaning of the flowers, so red ones are mainly the most famous ones, and they're famous to show your love, passionate love and desire to your loved ones, mainly your partner, I would guess. They're pretty much mainstream, but they're still really pretty, so that's a basic. And the yellow one represents joy and optimism. They're so bright and so unique. I feel like you can offer them in pretty much any occasion. Yeah. And also it adds some color and some peps. So I'm just gonna put the yellow there. Let me show you the white ones. Those are the most fragile and the ugliest one, let's say, especially considered like that. they're the ones that we expect to be as perfect as possible because you have a single little detail and a brown difficulty, or not pretty leaf, and it's gonna be over. But for instance, you can see this one. Like again, I remind you that those were like lost flowers or non-profitable or fermentable flowers. See? So you have this one. You do have not pretty leaves that just get removed easily, and the main flower is still pretty. Yep. White roses just have well, symbolizes pure and innocent feelings. Yes, it really represents someone who is really genuine and just, yeah, exactly. They were really cute and really soft. Yes, they're, I feel like they're super good for instance. So what do you think about these? You're always gonna pick the best one, but do you like the color? I can always offer you one or two of them just so you can put them in your... You can, for instance, just take one for you and take one for your girlfriend and put them inside the book and keep them, yes, together. That might be a matchy decoration. That would be super cute. Okay, and the last one, those are more pinkish that I'm gonna show you today. And after that, we're just gonna choose the best one to do your bouquet, okay? See, it's so pretty. So these ones did not bloom yet, as you can see. They're so tiny and so small and so adorable. You might wait a couple of days before they bloom completely and reveal all their petals. You just need to be a little bit patient, but sadly people are not patient and they always want to have and get perfect flowers. Yeah, at the moment they're gonna buy them. She's so pretty. I really like pinkish one. I feel like I'd rather take pinkish than red ones. What do you think? For instance, here, let me see. Do you see this petal right here? You just remove it. And they are usually the driest one, so you can always select them easily. You're not gonna get lost, don't worry about it. And that's okay if you remove a leaf that did not have to get removed in the first place. Yeah. Okay, so pink roses are usually used to represent subtle and discreet desire, something secret, not as passionate and as intense as red roses and the love that it is attached to. Yes, it is more shy. Yeah, it's not direct, it's not a confrontation kind of. Yeah, so for instance, if someone has a crush, I would advise them to offer them pink roses rather than red. Yeah, but in the contrary, I would not advise someone to offer yellow flowers if you wanna offer them to a crush. No, they might get the wrong impression. Obviously, it's not the same if it's already your partner. Yeah. Okay, so which one would you rather just get? As a reminder, we have red, pink, yellow, and white. You want one of each? I mean, if I think about the meaning of it, it's for a celebration, and you already love your partner, and you are with them. So, I guess that would do the job. Yeah. Yeah. No, obviously that's not just a marketing type of thing. Cause, for instance, I think it was last week I had a client that wanted, I think black flowers. Yeah, I don't remember the main event for that, but it was really not appropriate. I just advised him to buy some flowers instead. Yeah, those are two different types of flowers. But like I said, I don't have much sunflowers or tulips. I mainly buy and sell roses, cause you know. Okay. So, oh, also another thing, we offer a vase. After, if you buy more than two type of flowers, we offer a vase with it. So make sure that you take care of them. As I said, the health and the well-being of our flowers is our main goals. Because we don't buy the flowers very much in a high price, we can offer vases. Yeah, so that's why we offer them after buying two type of flowers. Because if I buy four, obviously I'm just gonna offer you one, and one that can fit all of them. I think that would be this one. Let me just remove the flowers. Here, I just bought that a couple of days ago, I think. I used it just to put the flowers inside and measure its size. You do need a really big vase though, and you need to put at least this amount of water. Yep. I'm just gonna remove some of the leaves and put them in here, but you will need to take them with you and take care of them by yourself. If you do have any question though, you can always call me. Yes, call the number of the flower shop that we just put on Google Map, and that would do the job. We always give free advices, especially if you bought with us. Okay, so let's put the flowers inside. Hold on. I'm gonna put this here. And let me start maybe with the red ones. Okay. Just this one, no. So here, I'm just gonna remove this and this. Just keep maybe the highest one here. Yeah. I'm not gonna cut them down. Just gonna let you cut them afterward. That okay with you? Okay. Hold on. Let me just place it near you so you can see much better what I'm doing. Okay. Put the first one. Yeah. I might put this one too. Let me just remove this one. Maybe just all around it. I'm just gonna remove them. Okay. And I'm just gonna put it there. Let me just choose if we do have other ones. Let me see. Okay, maybe this one and this one too, both of them. What do we think? Is that okay? Do you want mainly white flowers or red or rose pink? So red flowers are done. Don't worry, just trust the process. It might not look good right now, but after putting all the flowers together, it's gonna look good. And even though I said I'm not gonna cut them, I still just cut them a little bit just in case, so you don't lose them. And I do have a bottle of water that I'm just gonna pour inside. I try to put as much water as it is needed and as clean water as it needed, because sometimes water has so many bad like molecules inside, so you really need to make sure that they're fresh and it is clean. Yep, so maybe we can move on to another flower, the white one maybe. Yeah, you want them for sure? Okay, hold on. So let me see. Well, yeah, the white one were really pretty too. It does match. Maybe this one? What do you think? Yeah? We do have pretty ones though, that's good. That's really good. Okay. I'm just gonna cut them apart. Which one would you like also? This one maybe? Yeah? Okay. Okay, so I just cut a little bit of each and I'm trying to assemble them so it can just get mixed. We're gonna add maybe the yellow one to the yellow one. Do you agree? Yeah? Okay, and we're gonna put just a few of pink ones so they're not too basic. Yeah? Oh, I forgot this one too. It's so pretty, right? Okay, so I think we can put all of them. What do you think about it? Yeah? Do you think so? That would be good, right? I'm trying to just remove a couple of leaves. Like I said before, please remember what I said. It's really important and vital for the flowers. Yeah. Okay, so I also cut them just a little bit, maybe like 2 centimeters, so the job is already done for you. And just I can maybe put them in the center of it and just add the pink all around it. Yeah, I'm gonna show you afterwards, just trust me on this. Trust the process. Maybe put the white one in the center. I think so. Hold on, maybe just here. This one is a little bit tired. Yeah. Okay, don't you see? They're so pretty. That's why I just love them so much. And we do have the pink ones. They're just gonna add a little bit of touch here and there. Don't you think it can be a blush too? Okay, so what do we think? Do we have one or two? This one is pretty. Like I said, just trust the process. They're gonna just grow. Maybe this one. Do you think so? Yeah. Okay. This one right here. See, maybe this one is too tired. Yeah, maybe this one. Okay, just like that. Here. I'm gonna just show you the final results. Don't worry. I think I'm gonna add maybe Yeah, those one both. Don't you think that this look like the flower in the Beauty and the Beast? That it is losing its petal again and again? Don't you think? And obviously just removing the petals here and there. Just the bad ones, even though this one are pretty good. Maybe besides this one. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I didn't remove pretty much, not much petals, but that's up to you after that. So it makes it more impressive. Ooh, I like both of them like this. I'm just gonna remove the petals, the leaves, so it can show better. Just here and there. Okay. See, that's way better here. Right? And here. Okay, so maybe here. Okay, so the bouquet is already pretty much done. I'm gonna give you a little something that can just keep the water really clean and make the roses live a little bit longer. Okay, so I think I'm gonna give you 3 of them. They just stick just like that. Okay, and the third one. Okay, so I'm just gonna put them here, right behind it, beside it. And I have this bottle of water. Okay, and pour a little bit in it. Okay, so just okay, that would be enough for now. Not put too much, I'll let you just do that afterward. And I usually just have this spray bottle and I just spray a little bit all around it. Okay, so keep them as hydrated as possible. So if you have any spray bottle, basically you can spray them from time to time, especially during this heavy weather, heavy temperature. Yeah. And a little tip that I just give to my clients sometimes is to put some coins in the vase. It helps just keep the water good and help keep the flowers hydrated too. Just trust me on this. At least it works for me, and it works also for tulips. Yeah. Well, I think that would be it. So don't forget these two and this, and obviously your flowers. They're really pretty. I hope you're gonna be happy about it and your loved one too. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming to my flower shop. We're just gonna go over there to pay, obviously. And don't forget to call me if you need any advice again. Okay? Well, see you there. Thank you.